Okay, we are recording, and as you can tell by this, doing something a little bit different today. I have two reasons for this. One is I didn't see there was an update to Siege of Centauri today. This week, I mean. So, not necessarily something new, but mainly the reason why I want to be in a different game is because this is much more of a chill game, and with Computex this week, I kind of want something where I don't need to worry so much about, oh my god, if I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to lose. Which Siege of Centauri needs more focus. This game, though, not so much. It is Satisfactory, and unlike Siege of Centauri, I did buy this. I'd seen some stuff about it. It looked like a game I would enjoy, and yeah, I have been enjoying it quite a bit. So basically, you can think of this as an excuse to play it some more, but also it is, as I said, so that so much news out of Computex, so much to talk about. I want to be able to focus on that instead of the game. Let me unmute it now, so you can hear the music. As it says, it is an early access. It is also on the Epic Games Store currently. It isn't on Steam. And yeah, I saw stuff, and I know the kind of games I enjoy, so I knew I'd enjoy this game. And figured $20 with the Epic Mega Sale going on. I think it's still going on. I figured, yeah, I'll do that. I'll spend it. So, just to, does it say? Yeah, I already have over 65.5 hours in the one I started. Alright, but yeah, I'll make a note of this. Yeah, sure, let's try it. I don't remember what. Okay. Alright, so with that doing that stuff, and in case you're unsure about what this game is, well, actually it's going to tell us a lot right here. I can just let it go.
Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit Pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis. Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation. That's it. Get to work and be effective. Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized. Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
I don't think necessarily this. Oh, hey, it's a doggo. In theory, this
Welcome
was
to
a
Planet
temporary-
Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations. Note: Objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding. First objective: please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. This consumable possesses minor healing properties. Further analysis required to establish object scanner identification.
Maybe I should have already started with something new.
Second objective: please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone. Note: according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats. Third objective: please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron.
Construction work being done not too far away. Maybe that's. I don't really intend to come back to the game for a while, by the way. I'll leave this save as it is. Yeah, so I got some not too far away. So actually, that is where I should try to. Let's just start down. So what is this? Is this limestone? Yes, I will need this. But anyway, since Ada stopped talking, so yeah, I mentioned this. The game is developed by Coffee Stain Studios, which they did Sanctum. They also did Goat Simulator. So they make good games, but they also have an odd sense of humor at times. Just wanted to mention that. I'll be able to build something on top of this eventually to have it auto extract at my point. So once again, yeah, they must be progress. I don't know if the mic is picking it up even. But okay, now with that covered, I can talk about the new stuff, and probably the majority of it that is of much interest to many people is going to be the AMD announcements. That thing's a pain in the ass. Anyway, it's also going to be a little useful. I've never actually seen it. Alright. The reason it's useful is because. Ooh, look at that.
Studying the remains of this creature might shed light on how to defend yourself in the future. I recommend analysis.
Need to break that off. Yeah, so the game being
Fourth objective: build the hub.
Yeah, I know.
Note: to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed.
So, AMD, and I did watch the show, the keynote. AMD focused initially on the data center stuff, which makes sense because that's a big data center. But eventually they covered the two consumer products, consumer electronics and stuff that most people are interested in. Just to help put it. And I'm OCD enough that I want to.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub Terminal.
By the way, a little secret, if you play the game, you can use spacebar. It's not easy to put that down, that's fun. Anyway, so yeah, Indy announced the Rise from 3000 series, which everyone expected. Also, we got some information on the Navi GP. Not a whole lot, but some. There's more teasing. The bulk of the information is going to be coming ahead of E3. I think it's Next Horizons is the name of it. And so, always quick. So I have something in my phone.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Biomass Generator. Hub Feature Personal Storage. Scanner Feature Copper.
Oh, that's a bird thing. It was just hiding. I didn't realize. I thought that it was something else. I didn't. So, yeah, I know I keep getting distracted. Among the things that they announced for the Rise of 3000 series was not just that there's going to be, for not even all that much money, a new 8-core that will be a 65-watt TDP card, which is really nice. That's 65-watt 8 cores? That's amazing. But also there will be new 64 parts. They didn't actually show those at the show, at the keynote, but they were in the press release, and they even have the specifications already listed too. So we know those are coming. But also a 12-core for. It was $500, right? I actually haven't refreshed my memory on pricing is and all that. Yeah, $500 for 12 cores on AM4, and it's only 105-watt TDP. The test system I made, I should be able to just drop that in if I want. In fact, yeah, I definitely be able to, because I'm pretty sure the 2700X I have in there is also 105 watts. So I could put that in there if I got it, and get 12 cores, 24 threads. It's kind of insane that you can do that, that you'll be able to do that in July, because that's when this stuff is releasing. And what it said was that
Congratulations, you have unlocked Scanner Stone. New buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 7th objective, hub upgrade, conveyor belts.
Yeah, it's just, think about it. Being able to 12 cores, it's amazing. And eventually, I just realized I've been talking kind of quiet at times. But yeah, 12 cores is just so awesome on mainstream platform. And we will also be getting a 16-core card. Basically, everything I've been seeing has been that, yes, that exists, they just chose not to announce it yet. And also, I think some people have also been saying, yeah, it's on the show floor. It is at the show, they just haven't announced it. Because, well, there's a few reasons why. It could be, the whole, we're holding back, for the show show off the top tier stuff. We're waiting, which is kind of fair. Like in case Intel makes a response, and then they can do that. But also. I'm just trying to. All that. Just check. Okay, I do I know, so I put in a lot of time already, so I know some stuff. But you can't actually build the top. So I saw we'll say some weapons like that. We'll say some weapons. And then one that. Yeah, so we should be seeing. I know. I'm doing this so I don't get distracted so much by the game, but I'm still getting distracted. So let me try to focus now. So yes, this should be a 16-core card coming. It's just a matter of when. But $500 for 12 cores is amazing. I am probably looking forward to the 16-core coming just because it's like I have 16 core on my desktop and I love it. I want everyone to be able to enjoy the power of 16 cores. It is just a wonderful, amazing thing. Because like right now I'm playing this game and I'm capturing it on the same computer, and there's no performance to that at all. It's like I typically like the Dark Ocean recording that I did, the review for that we played through. I was recording the game, which the game isn't that intense, but so I was recording the game. I was recording the heart rate overlay, and I was recording a gauge factor overlay as well. Just because it's easy, it's very easy for me to record that. I'll just record it anyway, even though I'm not actually going to use it. But I still have it all in there. I could re-encode reprocess all those files, and now you'd be able to see where I'm just figured that don't need to do that. But yeah, it's just it's amazing. Wonderful. But really the thing that was most surprising, to me at least, was the reveal for, come on brain, turnover, come on, you can do it, was the reveal for Navi, and that it isn't GCN based, although I have seen one thing suggesting that it is, that RDNA as being used in Navi at least, is actually going to be a hybrid of GCN and RDNA. But a lot of the speculation, a lot of the expectation was that Navi was going to be the last GCN. I was like, this, no. If it's a hybrid, then quasi is the last. But no, it's actually going to be the first of a new architecture, which maybe cut down some. Last week I had mentioned about how there was a rumor that we would be seeing it with 8 shader engines in it, as opposed to just 4 that had been the limit for GCN since it was created. And by the way, I do also want to mention that because some people will probably say that, that GCN is so bad. It's like, when GCN was first released, it was amazing. Don't forget. I mean, it really was a very, very good architecture. It still is. It's just, after, with Maxwell and video really, really streamlined their stuff, it's a much more streamlined architecture than the, FAMI or Kepler before it. It's like FAMI was a beast for computing, as I recall. Not that I really used it like that, but that it was very powerful compute. With Kepler, they realized this family was kind of a failure. I mean, it's the GTX 480. There was so many jokes about you could cook an egg on it and such because it took so much power and ran so hot. And Kepler, they did cut it down some, so it was better, but it still was not perfect. With Maxwell, they did even more cutting down, making it a very slim but efficient gaming architecture. Not so strong for compute as Kepler or Manual. Okay, so these things, in case you're wondering, that they're just gonna do more for me and then have it there, so that speeds some things a lot. This makes things easier. So, and some speculation had been that Navi would be basically the Maxwell to GCN. Would be AMD's finally gonna make a very streamlined and efficient design. And I mean, until it comes out, we don't know. And what was shown was nice, but I do have to agree. I didn't put this in the news item because it's not really appropriate to throw in the news item like that. But it is disappointing that the game that was shown, well, it's like, hey, some gameplay was Strange Brigade, and against an arcade 2070, I was like, Strange Brigade, when it launched, it's a Vulcan title and was very good for AMD. It really liked AMD GPU. So, not exactly the best comparison to use, because you expect it to do help there. So it does seem like that may have been best case scenario, which, hey, that makes sense that that's what they want to show off, because they want to show off their stuff in the best light, but it's also, they were saying it's only like 10% better than 2070. Come on, we want something that can match the 2080 or 20. Yeah, that's what we want. But then it comes down to price, because who knows, maybe the RX 5700 series, which is the name that for what they were showing and talking about, and the larger series is the 5000 series, referencing 50 for 50th anniversary of AMD. Although I think with the Nantech they made the point that they may also be trying to remind people of the 5000 series, the HD 5000 series, which was a very good series of graphics cards. It was actually still branded HDI at the time, but AMD owned it. So it's like this. The thing though, if that is true, there was also a 5800 series, HD 5800 GPUs, which were more powerful. In fact, the 5770, which I actually had, that was the mid-range. The 5870 was literally twice as powerful. If you got two 5770s and crossfired them, you had a 5870. That is how that worked out. And the 5770 was a much loved GPU. It really, really was a very, very good graphics card. And it took until NVIDIA released the GTX 460 to have any real competition. Because the 460 was actually very nicely designed. It was powerful, but it also was actually efficient. It was like the only family GPU that was truly efficient, that people weren't able to make the jokes about. The copper has no use, by the way, so let's change that. So there may also be a 5800 series, an RX 5800 series, which maybe those will compete with the 2080 and 2080 Ti. It's hard to say until we actually get more information, we'll get the product. But hopefully, even if it is just 2070 performance, if it can just perform well enough, be priced well enough, because it's not like that's a bad performance, bad amount of performance. No, the 2070, even though I don't have one, it's like the 2060 that I have and I've worked with. That's actually, I really do like it. It does perform very nicely. I consider it a I consider it because it is very similar to a 1080 and the 1080 I consider a 1440 P class card. And the 2060 is very similar to that, so it would also be a 1440 class card. But it's like when I was running it in Metro Exodus with the ray tracing on, it was doing a lot better than I was initially expecting it to. So I mean, it is a very that's a very nice card, and the 2070 should be competitive. So matching that performance, and if they can get it down to a good price, which they might be able to, only because the die is so small, though it is 7 nanometers, so that may make it expensive. We'll find out pricing, hopefully, at E3. But yeah, it's hard to say. We only know some stuff, we don't know everything. One of the videos I watched, though, about some people analyzing it, was Build Droids with actually hardcore overclocking. Very interesting channel. He's pretty interesting to watch because he's very knowledgeable, especially about the electrical stuff. Like he will do reviews of motherboards where or even just will be given an image and will break down the VRMs and such and tell you things like how much you can expect those things to put out, the VRMs to put out. Like they're very interesting. One thing that he pointed out. He also pointed out the whole, it's strange for game. This might not go. And it's kind of lost. I don't remember what I was going. I don't remember the point I was trying to make. One of the other things that he pointed out, though, I remember was showing the PCIe bandwidth test. Pretty meaningless. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's faster. PCIe 4 is faster than PCIe 3. We know this. Showing it off with graphics there is not that. It's not that important. And it's even a little risky because it may suggest that you have the thing to do research is.
Congratulations! You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 8th objective, hub upgrade, additional power. Advice: when planning the construction of buildings, note the placement.
Shut up! I don't care. I want to get limestone. Don't mind me. Let me just talk to myself. You can't put down multiple like this once you get to the automated miners. The actual. Okay, that's fine. I thought I put the second one on that. I really don't remember. I wish I did. Just wondering about this. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Because there was a slide that they had up that showed an IPC improvement of 1.25. Let's just say it was 1.25, and a performance per watt improvement of 1.5. If I have that wrong, the numbers I have right, I just might have them in the wrong spots. I'm going to lots of lines. He made a point that it is important. It is actually important. He didn't talk about clock speeds with the 5700 series. All we talked about was IPC and the performance yeah, it's good that those are improved, but at the same time, why wouldn't you talk about frequency unless it may actually be a regression compared to compared to Vega? It's very possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Because frequency, yes, it does indicate some amount, some information for performance, but it's not necessarily everything to performance. Yeah, I mean that's. There's also IPC, which is actually kind of complicated with GPUs. Because with GPUs, higher IPC can actually hurt performance because you also need to worry about how it links up with the RAM. Memory there. Yeah, basically nothing in reality. But yeah, so he was suggesting we might see that, which also he did point out that typically, yeah, when you increase clock speed, you also improve the efficiency. So that might be part of how they're getting the higher per watt. This is just by bringing the clock speeds down. Oh, I thought that said 200 for some reason. Yeah, it's... We'll have to see what comes, but it is also... This is a 5700 series. They might do a 5800 series. They really might. And maybe that'll be higher clocks as well, higher performance in general. We'll have to wait and see. It is definitely interesting though, and the move to RDNA being sooner, move to new architecture being sooner than a lot of people are expecting. Very interesting. And also, though, they did say that there are more Vega products coming. I didn't mishear that. That was something that was said. Because I've seen other places also talk about, yeah, Vega's going to continue on, likely just in data center. Because Vega's GCN, very good for more information on everything in a couple. So let me see what else. I didn't really see much announced by Intel. It's either making, they were complaining in some spots that like AMD didn't do some tuning in their benchmarks that results in Intel looking worse. And it's like, okay, well, what kind of tuning are we talking about here? Because isn't Intel the one that had taken had hired a company that was very linked to them to do a performance comparison of various AMD GPUs, and part of their conclusion was that the 9900K would be more than double the 27X, but it turned out that, yeah, it wasn't being run with all the cores. It's like, depending, there's tuning and then there's disabling half the CPU. But anyway, I didn't see it that closely. They did, however, announce. Oh crap! I don't remember the full name of it. Basically, specially binned 9900Ks that will have be able to all-core boost up to 5 gigahertz. But it's like the 86K in that they're hand selected, which I think is worth pointing out, because it's not like it's a new CPU, it's just, oh yeah, these are the best of the best. NVIDIA showed off some stuff, including their new studio initiative, which seems to me like they just want to try to also get more traction, more presence in professional laptops specifically. So, this is with the Quadros in there, and Acer has a number of things. There. Like the, what was it, concept D7? Was that what I'm just going back. Wait. Oh, no, that's...
Congratulations. You have unlocked hub feature, additional biomass generation.
If I were actually playing this and paying attention, I would have... Oh, wait, no, that's right, I can only build those now. But one thing that NVIDIA did do, though, prior to the show, was tease something super coming, which the payoff for that was not at Computex, though. Something I'd seen was saying that it looks like this is actually for E3. And today, even, this is providing, in case I didn't mention it earlier, somebody said that it may be a, that they will release, like, the RTX 2070 Super or an RTX 2080 Super. That would be, my guess is that these are just, hey, the process is refined enough at this point that we're actually, you know, got some that, you know, yeah, they're running better, so we're going to release them running a bit better. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Please, go right ahead. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't want them to do it just because I hate the confusion in their product stack. I really do. It annoys the hell out of me. Like the 1070 Ti, it's like there's a nice gap between 1070 and 1080, and then they do the 1070 Ti, which just confuses, okay, which is the best product to get. So if we end up with 2070 Super, 2080, 2080 Super, the distance between those may be too small to really be helpful for knowing what the hell you should get. What else? I mean, but that's just the rumor. That may not be what happens, although what I saw was saying there was something along the lines of this is what the, come on, mind, turn over. I'm saying turn over, because you know, that's how your brain actually works. Down the auto mine because when on foundations they snap to things more. So just do that. Just I also don't want to because I don't have power stuff set up yet. But yeah, so we'll just have to see. I don't like missing product stacks. I'm sorry. That's just a thing. What else is there? There was a lot of other stuff. Oh, yeah, of course. How do I forget that? Of course, they finally announced their HyperX custom liquid cooling stuff. Which, was that teased at CES? I know that they had teased that they were getting into custom liquid cooling a while ago. Because I remember seeing it on their site, you know, where they, had a video and was basically showing a hard tube, and I think it was a purple liquid flowing through it. It's like, oh, well, we know what's coming. But it was months ago, and then nothing. Hey, finally something. Just took the Computex. Which it really interesting to see how that stuff stacks up. Everything. They have everything that it seems. Sorry. They have cooling. pump reservoir combo, CPU blocks, GPU blocks. Not the deepest selection of CPU or GPU blocks yet, but just start. You can get soft tubing from them, hard tubing from them. Radiators, 2 series. One is a thin at 33 millimeters. There are thinner. For them, it's their thin. And a thick that's 50 millimeters, I think, is what I saw. And of course, it already makes a bunch of things you can select from. GPU blocks, I think 20 and 20 Ti, I know what this is. I don't remember about 2070 or 2060. I don't think 2060, maybe 2060. And a Vega, a block for the Vega reference board design, which, Vega 64 is, I don't remember if Vega 56 is a substantially different board design that it wouldn't work on, at least for the reference. I just don't remember. But the GPU blocks have an impeller in them that you can see, so you can see the flow. The pump reservoir combo actually comes with, it was fun to see one person have a comment on that. It comes with a coolant temperature sensor, which is important because I at one point was looking into going to like custom things like OT, kind of fun. Just also can be. Okay. I wanted to make sure that this isn't so tall. So that's going to take power, but once I do get that hooked up, it'll be able to generate 120 per minute, whereas this is 1 per second, so it's 6 minutes. It'll be twice as fast, but it would feed out, and I can use conveyor belts to go anywhere with it, which is nice. One of the CPU blocks, they say it does support Threadripper, but I don't know if that's like an actual, it will cover the whole IHS or not. Yeah. Although, not sure. I don't remember if I voted. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I just saw it covered. Last I looked, I was checking it. Not sure it didn't have anything on their site, but they announced a number of new things, including some new Threadripper specific air coolers. Well, it's not, of course, air coolers, but yeah, that's gonna be neat. There's a part of me that would. I am curious about going to an air cooler for the Threadripper, just to, because the current water cooler I'm using, the phone water cooler, is like 6 years old. It's outside of its warranty now. It's still working fine. So I'm not going to replace it yet, but it is something I'm thinking about. I mean, I don't overclock the thing that heavily, so it's not like even a natural air cooler should be able to handle it just fine. Plenty of air coolers should actually be able to handle it just fine. Whole bunch more boards shown off, especially for X570, the new AMD chipset. That will be the first to support PCIe 4, which PCIe 5 has now had its specification released. Which we knew that was going to happen. That's what PCI SIG, the standards organization behind PCIe, said that they were going to do. They said a while ago that, yeah, we're going to get PCIe 5 out shortly after. Which my understanding for that was basically that, yeah, we meant to release Cycle to PC 4 a long time ago, because PC, at the time this announcement was made, was 2017. PC 3 launched in 2010. They were trying to keep a cycle of 4 years, or they're going to a cycle of 4 years between, these generations, and they were already at 7 years for PC 3. It was very long. So, yeah, they want to get faster at this, and hopefully they will. Yeah, the fact that it's not like PCIe 4 is already going to be outdated. No, that's not the situation we're looking at. I'm gonna I don't want to like move it over there. I need a lot more concrete though. But yeah, and PCIe 5 does double PCIe 4, just like PCIe 4 doubles PCIe 3, and I think 3 doubled 2 and 2 doubled 1. That's just how they work those things out with doubling each generation, which is nice. Yeah, it's interesting. It's also, I feel like it's worth noting that, yes, Navi's going to be a PCIe 4, that's how it's going to connect, and the Radeon 7 is PCIe 4, though I don't know if that's enabled or not. GPUs aren't going to really be able to saturate PCIe 4. They don't saturate a full 516 PCIe 3 connection. This is mainly for storage, and you're already seeing announced things that that are crossing PCIe 3 transfer speeds, PCIe 3 band, to get to. Sorry. So they need PCIe 4. And we're seeing that stuff in those announcements. Like that's why this move is really being done by a lot of people. Depending on where you have the mouse, it slows it. So yeah, it's interesting how that's looking at. That is really just the storage. I'm not sure how much anything else is going to benefit from going to PCIe 4 that much. And my mind is switching off again. Let me just think what else is there to talk about, mention. One thing that I'm remembering that is actually somewhat interesting and curious. I'm curious. We're already apparently going to have another Darksiders game announced, because the listings for E3 talks include something for Darksiders that in the description is talking about the next Darksiders game. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. Hey, I did enjoy Darksiders 3. It was a bit head smashing at times, but generally not that bad. And not that bad head smashing. The game itself, I simply didn't enjoy. And it is now, you have an option to make it easier. So, yeah. Go ahead and go, as I said previously, go ahead and, if you need to play it on the easier mode, go ahead. Easier combat, go right ahead. Don't be stopped from doing that. At the same time, try to give the original way of release, try to give that a chance. Microsoft is currently working on a PC version of the Xbox Game Pass, which that'll be interesting to see. In part for pricing, it's going to cost. Apparently the speculation that Microsoft may announce a new Xbox. So I think that if I actually look deeper than just the headline, that it would be, the speculation is the a streaming only one, so disc drive less. Well, I guess it's not streaming only, but digital download only. Which is interesting to think about. I mean, true, I haven't used my optical drive for so long in my desktop. I don't know if I would want to ever not have a disk drive in my system, like in my main desktop system. The test system, yeah, that doesn't happen. That's fine. Now I'm trying to remember, how the hell did I install Windows on it? I think I used a USB drive. I just don't remember which one. Oh, I used this one. Okay. Sorry, I just suddenly started wondering, how did I make that happen? There's also some stuff Microsoft were talking about streamline OSs and how basically they would update in the background so you never need to see it, or made secure and always connected. Not entirely sure what that means, if we are in fact getting something replacing Windows 10, or if they're just talking about where they want to take Windows 10. What else is Google Master announced a whole bunch of stuff. New cases, new coolers, including one air cooler that actually will use a vapor chamber instead of heat sinks, which may be interesting to see how that does.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature, Molecular Analysis Machine, also known as the MAM. Building, Biomass Burner. Building, Space Elevator. Equipment, Object.
Now I have to do so I can how that lines up. I might be able, well no, I probably won't be able to build under it, but I could maybe make it so it is recessed like that. Yeah, so new coolers include new liquid coolers, and one that will actually have 2 pumps in it. An all-in-one with 2 pumps. It's like, that's a little different. What else did they announce? New headsets, including their first wireless. Continued work on their completely in-house designed power supply. I'm trying to do this all from memory, I don't remember all of it. Yeah, nothing. Some might be quiet announced, some new stuff. Mainly, was it 2 new power supplies and a new case, which is their first attempt at a compact ATX. So it'll still hold a full-size ATX board in there, but it's, I guess, technically going to be mid-powered. I'm not sure, but it's interesting. I've never had a Be Quiet product, but I at least like the look of their designs. I think that those could be interesting. Yeah, I remember before building the test system, I was just thinking about the idea of building a new system, and a specific building one that isn't in line with how I do have built it, which is until I did it. Well, let's do this. That's pretty good. Going out pretty well. Well, even let me put it there anyway. Now let's go. Nope. There. Yeah, when I was thinking for the test system, actually making something that would be like a much. I had been initially thinking this was months before I built the test. Like, you know, to try and make something that would be more high end, so it's like, you know, really show off, be able to show off performance of stuff. And I then came to decide that no, actually, it should be more middle ground. Because that's more what people would actually be doing. I'm doing so much before I even use any power. It's really silly. What else? Oh, Lee only showed off a number of things, including, I really like the idea that the fans that they were showing. Although it's a concept, so it might not actually come to be a thing. But that they would link together, they interlock together to feed power through, so you can power like 3 or 4 fans, well, at least 3, off of a single cable, a single normal cable for that. So it's like that's, yes, make cable management so much easier. What else was there? So much that some of it does just bleed out. Yeah, I guess that was part of Computex. NVIDIA did reveal that the next Wolfenstein game, Wolfenstein Youngbloods, is going to have ray tracing in there, so they managed to get it to add the ray trace Vulkan extension that NVIDIA wrote for Vulkan in there for ray tracing, which that'll be interesting to see. In part because it's just, you know, it's Vulkan, you know, and idtech has kind of killed it for optimization. It's like, I didn't care much for the game of Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, but that thing performed and looked amazing. I cannot fault it in any way. I can only praise it for how well that ran and how good it looked. I don't necessarily have high hopes for Youngblood, but so that's pretty cool, and it will have the NVIDIA adaptive shading stuff in it as well, which may help with performance. It's going to be interesting. The idea is that some areas of the screen could be rendered at a lower shading rate, think of it like low resolution. Because a lot of times you don't really need. So like right now, can you see the cursor? Yes, you can. So like right now, right here, you don't really need much detail. That's not important because of this oblique angle that we're at. I mean, it's possible though that this would still be tripped as no, you should, or here, this would be good. Right here, this section, there's like no detail there you really care about, or right here. So you can have a low shading right there, so this gets rendered at effectively a low resolution. So look, the performance can be improved for other places where you do want it, like right in here, the center part, where the button is and particles coming up. And you know, that could be very interesting. And they did patch it into New Colossus. I've never taken a look at it though. So yeah, we'll see about that. And also, the Quake 2 RTX is going to be released for free.
The MAM has completed its analysis.
Thank you. And that is kind of interesting to me, because it's basically when the one guy on his own made the Q2 DKPT, which was he basically removed, because Quake 2, the source code of its engine was released. He stripped out all the graphics engine stuff, wrote a ray tracing solution in there that it didn't just ray trace, it also, well, it ray traces to collect the information, then uses path tracing to actually figure out the colors. So, yeah, ray tracing is the means of collecting the data. Path tracing is the means of producing the image. Think of it that way. And when NVIDIA, when this was released, one of the things NVIDIA did shortly thereafter, took it and started building on top of it. And that's what this Quake 2 RTX is going to be. It has many new effects. It's not just that it's going to be completely ray traced, but it also, they updated textures, they updated lighting, they added effects, physical-based rendering effects. It's basically a total remaster of the game, which is why, to me, I don't care about it that much. I'm saying it'll be good for showing off what you can do with the RT course, with ray tracing. And that, sure, it's great. But I am very concerned that part of the reason that NVIDIA made it, and is going to be promoting it, is to make people think that this is what happens when you turn on great RTX. That see, because they only compare it against the original game, and talk about how, see what RTX can do. It's like, no, see what a remaster can do. That concerns that that's what they're hoping people are going to be confused by. Even if that isn't how NVIDIA portrays it, no company would, not NVIDIA, not AMD, not Intel, would also stand and say, yes, this is what can happen, but sorry, but don't forget that we did everything here. This is not, it's the same game as Quake 2, but the graphics are completely different and almost unrelated. They're not going to want people to think that their desire, I'm sure, is going to be for people to think that RTX makes that happen to old games. It's like, no, that's remasters. If you want to see what RTX does for old games, you get the original Q2 DKP. Because that, and actually it doesn't have all the effects working in there, but it's still, that's the thing that when you enable, that you can have just the ray tracing enabled and see what it looks like. And it is actually really, really cool. I only ran that on the 2080. I never ran that on the 2060 to see how that performed. The guy did admit, though, when he made it, that, yeah, it's not, we could optimize this further. It was proof of concept. So, because he was saying you needed the, I think he said it was 2080 Ti to manage 1440 at 60 FPS. That you needed the top-of-the-line consumer RTX graphics card to handle that. But the 2080, when I ran it at 1080, and I joined my 1080, that's actually doing pretty good. So hard to complain about that. There. Oh, Alright.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure. Additionally, the biofuel blueprint will ensure improved fuel consumption of biomass burners. Additionally, you can now build the space elevator, which is integral to your contribution to project assembly.
Project assembly, in case you forgot, is the just larger thing that I'm trying to do. And the space elevator is massive. It's just this massive thing. Where the hell am I? The other one. I can. Just so that's loaded. Yeah, don't need that. So yeah, I'm gonna be stopping. That I think was a very, very good place to stop. In case you're wondering about the GJ, that's GuestJim. That's at a flat 1 hour. Hour and 5 minutes. That's alright. Yeah, I'll just show you what 65.5 hours looks like. And that is also with me still trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Like this one is gonna be a lot cleaner. Like how I didn't start. I'm still doing everything manually. That's not just because I need to focus and stop talking about the different news things. It is also kind of advantageous to wait a bit for organization. Well, yeah. See that thing? That's a space elevator. I'll head over there in a little bit. This is the map I've discovered so far, but it's larger, and I don't actually know where that place was. It might be somewhere over here, where the other one is. That's a radar tower. Those are oil refineries. Those are fuel burners. And it's possible. No, that has switched off, I think. Nope, these are in fact turned off. Okay, so these are what that noise that we heard was. These things have been turned off. Conveyor belts. Oh, this is. Oil refineries take a lot of petroleum. So do oil pumps. These things. There. That doesn't make sense. 50. Oh, yeah, I guess that actually does make sense. No, this is insane. So interested in the rubber, I'm more interested in the plastic and the maybe I'll just switch that. No. Where I left off with this, I'm trying to feed the plastic and rubber back into one of the areas, specifically two, because that's what I've got. It's not a great factory, but it's a factory set up to handle basically everything that I can produce so far, except for things that require more than one. Like the computer takes 4 parts, that heavy modular frame, that takes 4 parts. Yeah, the motor only takes 2, but it's slow to produce. Oh yeah, this is an integrated stun stick of sorts, the Xeno battery, and it's so nice. Compartmentalized, has a nice larger range, and doesn't work. So those bug things were less of an issue. space elevator, that's the thing that when you build up, that launches up. Maybe design that. So I don't always run over and then go flying a little bit. This is a walkway, which the tier to unlock them is available. Those more foundations, and yes, it's just over the ground. The walkway is nice because you can't run off. So it's, oh, hey, there's a crash site down there. I at some point will want to go there. Let me quickly check something. It's not picking it up. That's a little disappointing. Actually, no, I might have already been to that one. I don't know. That's a power slug there. Those things are helpful because when you get those, you can make these things that just stick into the machines to overclock them. That's path over to another location that has actually some very nice resources. And this, I don't even have everything unlocked, by the way. In no way am I finished here, and I'm at 5,000. And at some point in June, we're going to release an update to yeah, coal is so much nicer than pile. It really is, because you can mine it out, and it can be fed in. The biofuel generators I could make, there's no input, so you can't automate it. You can only do it with coal, and also the fuel generator back there that takes oil. Although the oil you can refine into fuel, so it lasts longer. But they're big. I much prefer the coal. It's just easier to work with. That's the manufacturing thing. Those are all storage containers. Yeah, it's the performance. Now just quickly run over. Yeah, I've got, that's a Mark II miner there. That's making concrete that feeds into things here. Here's constructors making copper wire for copper ingots. That's steel plates. These are the assemblers that are needed to make anything that takes two items. Constructors or things take anything that uses one. So this is taking the ingots and making those. Oh, okay. This stuff is all for making steel. That's why it's split like this. Unfortunately, I need a better mic switch. But, yeah, so this is kind of nuts. I know, but it's actually, I think compact intelligence. This was not very impressive. So, storage containers, and by doing this, you can see what's in them. Let's see, there's things, they're fed into this stuff, so elevators take it up, they follow these conveyor belts over, some go up so they can then go further down and feed in. And there's some set up for the next ones. Yeah, it's kind of messy. Things are for a truck. Where is it? It's right there. It is how I had been getting oil over here for processing stuff. Kind of trying to change that so I don't need the truck at all. That's the space element. This I'm going to be deconstructing in case you're wondering going that in steel, but this had been another factory, so these hold a bunch of things like a lot of the iron plates. Coal over here is where I can get sulfur, but I'm having this is all set up just for making black powder, which is a combination of coal and sulfur. Which, oh, I know why this is working. But yeah, this is space elevator, and I already have everything built out for it. Should be getting new stuff sometime in June, though. Oh, okay, yes. I thought that I had done this up top. And by the way, the little line about the this fix it doesn't waste. That's just that when you deconstruct, you effectively have. That's kind of what that's saying. Yeah, this is the manifold system with this one, because you could also use these splitters to evenly do it, but it's so much easier to compact to do it this way. And this is Mark 3, so it goes nice and fast. That's Mark 1, so it's slower. That's what I can build already in place, but they don't need it fast. Yeah, eventually, it'll take a while, but eventually these will be full up so that they're running at maximum efficiency. So this one's actually working well so far. This one will be better. This one is, see, once that's done, then it's not going to have enough to keep going. So it stops. Come on. There's one that's working, but eventually that one will be full up, and then this one will go up and down. Just changes down. Anyway. There's fully upgraded hub. This is where I start. So there's 2 iron sources here, both are impure, so they don't actually produce that much. Yes. If I max that out, it would be 30 per minute. That thing will produce 120 when I enable it. That's the difference between pure and impure. There's also normal that would be 60 with the Mark 1. Limestone is right there, copper's on the other side of that. Way over there is a new base I'm building. And down there, somewhere, is where the one coal source is that I have feeding into here through a conveyor belt, a long conveyor belt. And that's the coal generators I'm using to power all this. But they really don't power anything yet. And there's one fuel burn. See, I've got 650 watts going right here. This supplies 150. I'm only using 173 in this area. Eventually this is all going to shut down because it's to get fueling to get this stuff anymore. There's so much into it. Oh, the truck actually stopped off recently. But yeah, so that's showing off some of what you can do in Satisfactory. I doubt I'm going to be back to the game next week. I should be back to Siege of Centauri next week. That is my intention. It's just, like I said, I wanted it to be able to be less distracted. So much with Computex. Maybe I'll be back in a couple weeks when there's E3, because it's like, oh man, there's so much to cover now. And it's like, I can't give Siege of Centauri the focus that it needs, or I can't talk about the news as I want to. I want to get back to where I was actually going. I wanted to come back when I had left off here to get supplies, so I could keep doing that. But yeah, I should just stop. But, actually, no, I'm going to do one good thing first. Yeah, Corsair, they announced a PCA for SSD. Yeah, EK announced the lignin water blocks, so walnut on your CPU and GPU water blocks. See Solitude from EA. Well, EA is publishing. It's coming July 5th. The G-Skill demos. The EA Play live stream scheduled for this year. Yeah, and then I got to write stuff up today. I decided to do this in the morning, so new stuff. Like I got some Fantex stuff I want to write up. There's also something else I want to write up. Just apparently Google is at least considering making a change for Chrome that will potentially translate to, if they stick to it, not having come on brain work, not allowing ad blockers to work at least the same way that they have, which is to block the stuff from even being downloaded. Unless you are a Chrome Enterprise user, in which case that means Google's already making money off of you instead of off the ads. So yeah, gonna try to write that up, because that I have a feeling may impact some people. Not me so much. I only use Chrome for one thing, and I don't use it that much, thankfully. Otherwise, I use WaterFox, which initially was a 64-bit fork for Firefox, but has kind of changed as Mozilla has started doing some things that aren't necessarily best privacy-friendly stuff, or when they, more significantly, when they changed to their Quantum engine and killed off the ability to use the older XUL add-ons and forced everything to go to, is it Web Engine? Is that name of it? Or Web Extension? Which a lot of things just broken. Can't do it anymore. WaterFox actually will be implementing a lot of Quantum stuff soon with the next version, but the guy behind it is doing it in a way that it won't break all XUL stuff before. Some stuff may be broken, needs some updating. But it's still, how he's doing it is much more a, yes, we don't want add-ons to be broken, whereas Mozilla, didn't feel quite like that, because as I recall, they had promised that, hey, we're gonna make sure that all the SDKs, all the kits, they're gonna be available so that you can get your add-ons and convert it over and everything will be fine. And then they never actually finished working on that stuff. And then they launched it, and then basically all these add-ons stopped working. And a lot of developers, there was nothing they could do because none of the tools that they needed existed. Yeah, WaterFox is nicer about that. And there are some of those extensions that I do use, so I want to keep using them. So yeah, So I'll write that up in the fan text and maybe some other stuff, depending on what I get, and then I can get back to work on some other project stuff. I don't care about talking about it. In fact, I may have mentioned last week. I finally finished collecting the ray tracing data for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I'm not going to spoil that. I will say though that this includes for the Pascal series, and I actually was somewhat impressed by how well they performed. In some cases, not in all. You'll have to read the article to find out everything. So I have that, and I've got the beginning portion written, the Vague 64 section written, so I need to get to the rest. That'll take a few days. Writing those is a lot harder than you'd think, especially because you end up like just wanting to repeat yourself. Because it's like, yeah, it's a QQ plot. It looks kind of like the one before it, because that GPU before was similar in performance. It's what more do you say? In fact, I'm kind of just doing it. It's like with the Vegas 64 stuff. It's like this already looks so good. I mean, it's like what more can I say? It's just look at this and be happy. It did some very good performance, especially. Let me see, for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, not only do I have the ray tracing data, but I also have DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 data, and going to DirectX 12 for all the GPUs improved things. And you can see that in things like the QQ plot, and it's like, it just looks so good. Do I need to say more? I don't want to say more. I want to just move on. Can I leave it at that? Yeah, I had some fun with it. Alright, just trying to think. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Yeah, so I'll get those news items up, get to work on that article, hopefully have that done before long. Who knows, because it's not just a question of writing the article, it's also a question of rewriting scripts so that it will make things for me that work. Yeah. I hate having to type in HTML tables, so getting it to do all that for me is beautiful. Anyway, see you next time, which I just want to check. when does E3 start? Is that when is E3? Okay, good. That starts. E3 is June 11th. Starts June 11th and goes to June 13th. So next week will not be after E3. So I should be able to do Siege of Centauri next week. The week after that, maybe I'll be back in Satisfactory. So I can focus on the E3 stuff. Don't know. We'll see. And actually, it's funny. I just put E3 2019 into Google, and one thing I'm seeing here: Dying Light 2 confirmed for E3 2019, thanks to Square Enix. All right. And Microsoft will show 14 Xbox Game Studio games at E3 2019. That's going to Windows Central. The Dying Light thing comes from GameSpot. Cool. I enjoyed Dying Light 2. I actually do kind of want to go back and replay it at some point. Especially since I never went back to it after it got the free expansion. And I should just stop talking and get to work. I'm sure by this point nobody's listening. I mean, so it's almost an hour and a half. Yeah, I should just stop. See you next time, most likely in Siege of Centauri. Then maybe back to this because of, reduced distraction, and then to something else. Oh, well, okay, I do want to quickly mention one thing. It looks like the character is on like a unicycle thing. That is not in the game yet. The large, it looks like a water tower for a nuclear reactor in the image. That is not in the game yet. That should be coming soon, I think. Nuclear power should be coming. It might not look like that, but otherwise that stuff looks familiar. Anyway, we'll see. We will see what happens. But that will be next time. And I'm actually going to stop the recording now. See you then.